The following presentation is required viewing on an annual basis for all contractors who will work on site at the York, South Carolina facility of Bluestar Silicones. Following are the contractor environmental, health, and safety rules. Contractors and their employees must abide by specific requirements in their contract as well as the site general environmental, safety, and health rules. All contractor employees must receive documented orientation, including Bluestar's rules and procedures prior to working on site. Contractors must maintain their work areas in a clean and orderly fashion. Only OSHA-approved safety equipment shall be used by contractor employees while at the plant, for example, hard hats, safety glasses, safety shoes, etc. The contractor is responsible for supplying this safety equipment to its employees. This is a designated smoke-free facility. Smoking is permitted in the designated smoking area only. Only Class 1, Division 2 rated electrical equipment is permitted in the polymer workshop unless under a specific hot work permit. Cell phones must be turned off or left outside the workshop. Only EE rated forklifts are allowed in the polymer workshop. No open flame welding or other ignition source will be permitted under any conditions unless a hot work permit is first obtained. Permits are obtained from and completed with the engineering and maintenance manager or his designee. Entrance to a confined space is prohibited under any conditions unless a confined space entry permit is obtained prior to entry. Permits are obtained from and completed with the engineering and maintenance manager or his designee. The contractor must assign a trained standby person to monitor confined space entries by its employees. The contractor will furnish safety equipment for entry, for example, safety harness, lifelines, respirators, etc. Safety alarms and all other safety devices shall not be turned off, shorted, blocked, or moved without prior written approval from the engineering and maintenance manager or his designee. Walkways, stairways, aisles, gateways, exits, and electrical switches must be kept clear. If you must work in these areas, warning signs must be posted. Contractors must ensure their employees know the location and proper use of emergency equipment, for example, eye washes, safety showers, fire extinguishers, etc. The area around such equipment must be kept clear. Emergencies such as spills, fires, accidents, illnesses, etc. must be reported to the engineering and maintenance manager or his designee, the site manager or production manager immediately. An injured or seriously ill person should not be moved unless it is necessary to get him out of a hazardous area. Entry into hazardous areas is not to be attempted without proper equipment and training. Contractors' employees are not to work under unsafe conditions or use unsafe equipment. Portable equipment and tools are to be removed or locked up at the end of the work shift. Bluestar Incorporated is not responsible for lost equipment. Roof, wall, trench, floor, or other openings are to be adequately barricaded so that all persons receive warning of a hazardous area or condition. While work is taking place overhead, all levels must be suitably marked and barricaded directly below such work areas. Contractors and their employees must abide with applicable federal and state regulations, as well as the York plant safety rules, procedures, and policies. Contractor employees should be familiar with the York Hazard Communication Program and emergency evacuation plans. The contractor coordinator or assignee will explain these programs before work is started. Contractor employees must use fall prevention whenever work is being performed more than 6 feet above the ground in an unprotected area. This includes roof areas and mobile scaffolds. The equipment used must be approved ANSI Zulu 359.1 fall prevention equipment and full body harness, no safety belts. The contractor must provide the equipment. Safety data sheets for chemicals used in York are available upon request. The engineering and maintenance manager, the site HSE manager, or the production manager are the contact persons if an EHS issue arises. Contractors will not operate site forklifts without written approval from the engineering and maintenance manager or production manager. Approvals may be written and are filed in contractor's file. When appropriate, contractor employees should be familiar with Bluestar's lockout, tag-out procedure. This procedure must be explained in detail prior to working inside confined spaces and on energized equipment. Contractors will provide safety data sheets for materials bought on site. These should be submitted to the engineering and maintenance manager, the site HSE manager, or the production manager. Contracting companies must provide certification of liability insurance upon request. Contractors will be responsible for any waste generated while working on site and make appropriate arrangements for removal of said waste. This concludes the contractor environmental, health, and safety rules. By signing on the following document, you agree that you have been informed of the Bluestar Silicones USA corporate York plant environmental, health, and safety rules, regulations, procedures, and safety equipment requirements, and acknowledge your responsibility for compliance with these requirements. You further understand that if you, the contractor, do not conform to these procedures, you are responsible for all damages or injuries which occur as a direct result of noncompliance, and that your services with Bluestar Silicones USA Corporation may be terminated.